Hello, beautiful Aquarius and Aquarius rising. I'm Helene from Heart House Astrology. Today we're going to talk about Mars retrograde. And Mars is going retrograde from September 9th until November 13th. And so what does this mean? Well, for you, this is affecting the area of communication. So when Mars is in the third house, which is the area of communication, you may feel that you have a lot more projects, a lot of emails, administrative work. You might be learning something new, putting a lot of effort into mercurial matters. And, you could get in little arguments with people via email. And conversations could get a little, feisty. Just could see some disagreements. So you want to be mindful of that. That's one possibility of what Mars retrograde does. Okay, so yes, it does bring resistance and arguments and anger come up through the surface. Now the third house is the way that you communicate. So when Mars is going retrograde in Aries in your third house, first of all, Mars only goes retrograde every 2 years. But it only goes retrograde. It hasn't been retrograde in Aries since 1988. So you are changing on a deep, deep level the way that you communicate, the way you speak in the world, what you have to say, what you want to learn, what you think about. And Aries in the third house is quite an impulsive energy. So you could say something and regret it, typically just normally because it's your third house ruler. And so, one strategy I would recommend is learning to listen more and speak less. Don't respond impulsively to something someone says. Let me get back to you about that. Let me think about that. Something to, practice. And, throughout this period, by the end of the retrograde cycle, you're going through this transformation in the way that you communicate, in the way that what you speak and how it's aligned with your core values and your beliefs and your spiritual beliefs. So, I think you won't waste your time on nonsense. Stop reading nonsense online. Don't get caught up in the drama that's all around. I think you'll be like, okay, I'm not dealing with this anymore. It's just not resonating with me, and it's not really aligned with my purpose. The third house does rule siblings. So, there could be a shift that happens in the way that you relate to a sibling, for some of you, with Mars there, that could bring, more effort and energy that's needed into engaging with a sibling, possibly arguments with a sibling. At the same time, it just could be that you change your style in the way that you communicate. At least you might learn that throughout the process. It might not happen straight away. Because Mars retrograde this month and during the cycle will be making a square to Saturn, but also to Jupiter and Pluto. So there's a lot of transformation happening. There's a lot of change happening. And you have all these heavy hitters in Capricorn, all these planets really making you have less energy as well. So it's really gonna be, you really have to just put a lot of oomph and just get your drive going to get things done, especially if you're you're creating videos or writing or that sort of thing. You have administrative work to do, because Saturn there is really draining. It's really heavy. You can have interrupted sleep. You can just feel like you don't have the energy. You can wake up tired. Luckily, Jupiter's turning direct on the 12th. So I see that as like your little guardian angels waking up to help you, you know, to renew your faith a little. And, you know, I think this is about living your truth and like really being connected to your divine, inner divine wisdom and communicating that. Not responding to this, you know, agitation that's going around, this really a lot of anger coming to the collective. And you have this opportunity to be the channel of light and wisdom, to shift the energy. So it's pretty amazing. I picked a gemstone for you. It's called Amazonite. This is a beautiful one that I have that was given to me. It was my best friend's father's. And this is really good for communicating peacefully and speaking in alignment with your truth. So that really resonated for Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. It means so much to me. You could also follow me on Instagram. Tomorrow, the 10th of September, I will be going live to talk a little bit more on Mars retrograde in general. And I've invited a friend, Ellen Shapiro, who's a master healer, and she does EFT. She's amazing. And she's going to give us some EFT to work with some of the feelings that might come up for some during the Mars retrograde. So if you're feeling more angry, feeling frustrated, you know, we'll have some EFT techniques for you. So yeah, subscribe to get the notifications. Thank you so much for watching.